Doral is it's a great spot for a golf tournament. We've obviously played here over the years, different styles, a regular tour event, now it's a world event. I think Doral offers a lot of variety, as in there's par 5s you can get to, there's par 4s, 16s, it's a short hole, it's not one that we can all drive, but it's a short hole, and then you get holes like 17, 18, which with this general breeze is into us, they're pretty daunting, especially 18. Obviously we haven't got there yet, but 18's a extremely difficult tee shot. So Doral offers a lot of variety in golf, which is a great thing. You know, sometimes we get on some of the courses and it's driver, smash driver, get to your iron shot and you go. There's not too much thinking, whereas here you really have to think about what you're doing, position-wise, just to allow yourself second shots, better angles. It's a good thinking golf course, and it's always in good shape. It's a good time of the year to be here. We just come off 16, now on 17's. Very similar situation, but this fairway there's not a lot. There's no dogleg involved, so it's a straight shot. Basically, you can hit driver here. There's no real thinking about what club it is to hit. It's driver. With this breeze, we're a little bit off the left, so I'm going to obviously favour a little bit more left because I can't carry the bunkers on the right. So I'll be aiming down left side, hitting the shot. If the wind moves it back to the centre, great. If not, I'm going to be left side of the fairway with a pretty good angle in. All right, wind pushed a little bit, so yeah, straight down the middle, and we're in a good spot to try and make a birdie here. Hello. Oh, hello. How are you? What you doing? No, back in here, Willa. All right, you got to stay on that side now. Quick, no.
Come on, you're not a golfer.
Quick, off you go. Quick, go back to Mama. My boy's Sam. And he's just about 4.5, and Willa, a girl, she's she was born September, so 2 years, 6 months, somewhere around there. So yeah, they're fun. They certainly distract whatever it is you've done on the golf course that day. You go home and it doesn't matter. They're oblivious to what it is, unless it's a trophy. Then Sam loves that. So yeah, it's good fun. It's busy times, but you certainly have to organise yourself a lot better, which is it's a good thing for me. You know, organisation wasn't great, but now things are a lot more organised, and it helps with the golf. I think you become more organised out here, and it's. But the great thing with the kid, once you finish, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, you go home and they sit there and run up to you, give you a big hug, and all's good. What do we got here? Which is 120 metres. So just guessing, so I'm not 100% sure on where this pin is, but just guessing middle again. So we've got 120, green's 46, so add 20. So we're going to have about 140 to the hole, back into the breeze. So I think 140, I'd say about 7 iron. I normally hit the 7 iron 150 metres. So with this breeze, just a nice 7 should end up just a little bit below the hole. This is a hole that slopes a lot from front to back, so you don't want to pass the holes. Again, trying to just give yourself the best putt, which is generally an uphill putt. So we're just trying to hit a nice 7 in here and, as I say, keep it below the hole and give yourself the best birdie chance we can. So yeah, once again, same deal, but pre-shot routine, which for me, I just cock it parallel. The arms come straight up, and basically I'm just swinging my arms down, my body follows me around. Again, a little bit left of where I was aiming, but I think it's just short of pin high, but it's going to be a little bit of a swinger there. Not the ideal shot. I was trying to be just short and a little bit right of that pin, but still, it's on the green. It's a birdie putt, so we'll see what we can do. Ange is a clinical psychologist, so we've worked for a long time. She basically she said she gave up her practice just to be with me because I take up more time than her whole client base used to. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but no, it's great. We can talk about how the round went at any stage. You know, you're not trying to get a slotted time with your psychologist, what it is. We can discuss what we've done on that day, how it felt, go through the round, and generally, you know, it's been a bit harder with the kids, but most times she's out watching me play, so she can basically pull me into line when I'm not doing the right thing, which is quite often, but still, you know, she doesn't lie to me, which is great. You know, we come home and says, this is what you were doing, this is not what you need to work on, and we do it, and hopefully, you know, it's just it's a very, it's like golf. We practice our golf a lot, we practice my head a lot. It's something, it's a very difficult thing to perfect, but we're always working on it constantly and trying to improve, and as I say, it's ongoing, but it's certainly made a huge difference for my game. I know I was, I guess, let things get to me a little bit too easily, but as soon as we started working, I saw the improvements in my games, in my finishes, how I dealt with situations, and that allowed you then to, you know, to win out here on tour and to be in contention and be a solid player out here the whole time, which before I was a little bit erratic, I guess, as in terms of what scores you would shoot. Now it's a lot more consistent, where not so many of the highs and lows. It's still get the lows, but not so many highs, which is, you know, that's what we're trying to do out here. We didn't quite keep it below the hole, but I think it just landed on the side of the green there and took a bounce forward. But still, it is what it is now. You've got to forget the fact that you're trying to leave yourself an uphill putt and really focus. This is one where you really have to focus on your speed and your line. Generally downhill putts like this, which you can see this is a very light color. So with the grain here in Florida, this is running straight down. So generally downhill putts are going to break a touch more than what you normally would think. So we go through the whole process again of looking at this putt. It's actually quite lucky. It's not going to be breaking too much here. So this is one where I just have to really focus on my speed. You know, generally I like to come to the side a lot. That way you can see how much down it is. Like it's actually relatively flat at the front here, but then the last 7 or 8 foot it's a lot downhill. So we have to really, as I say, keep that in mind. Make sure my line's right on my golf ball. Take a nice breath, just think about what we're doing, and then, as I say, we're stepping in, doing our routine, visualization. Yeah, it didn't break. I didn't think it had too much break, but now obviously we've just caught a little bit too hard. I haven't, obviously only turning up on Monday, it's the second putt I've hit on the green, so it's got away from me a little bit. But still, you know, I've seen the ball go down. I've watched what it did after the hole, so it's still, it's a pretty straight putt. So as you can see, it's gone a little bit further than I would have liked. But very straightforward putt, straight back up the hill. Still have to give yourself, you got to give the putt the exact time you gave in the other one. You got every putt should take the same amount of time. What you're doing with it. And boom, there we go. Wasn't the best first putt, but as I say, it didn't break a whole lot. I thought it might have broken a little bit more than that, but that's one of those things. As we've got today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to practice the greens and work out where the pins generally will be, and as I mark it on my book to where what putts are doing and where, and that's one thing I would have saw that break. But in real life, it's going to be a straight putt, so I would write that one down in my book, as it's not one that you see. It's different than what you actually visualize. So that's one to go in the book and keep. hopefully we'll get that putt and then I'll know what it's going to do.